monster game at the top of the table over in the Vanarama National League this weekend, as of course first take on second. Could we see Liverpool FC reach the top? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. About to get another prediction video today. We look forward to match day number 43. That's right, 43. I skipped one. That's right, of course. And we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep you banging today. All things National League related, Babylon related, world football related. We're going to know here, boys. Under Warowski. That's right, of course. I did skip a week because, of course, the Vanarama National League was so fast. Of course, games on Saturday, game on Monday, and now, of course, this coming weekend. So we're going to be bang up to date now. Of course, we'll revisit the results and, of course, predictions and all that kind of stuff, and bring you bang up to date. Of course, get into that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love. Of course, behind the scenes. If you are interested in helping us out, check the link down below. Patreon.com/Roverseat. But anyway, let's get in deep end. Of course, we've got a lot to talk about today, and here come the results, of course, from the original video way back when, of course, and we'll bring you bang up to date with the other ones, which I didn't predict. So here we go. Aldershot against Notts County. 3-1 win it was for Aldershot. Big win for them down the foot of the table. Of course, Notts County's hopes to get to the playoffs have been dented. But of course, we'll talk about them in a minute. Of course, Bromley with a 4-2 win over Chesterfield. Goodness gracious me, shocker Rooney there. Meanwhile, Altrincham picked up a 1-1 win over Dover. Barnet and Grimsby duked it out to a 2-2 draw. Weymouth lost 6-goal through to Solihull Moors. Halifax Town with a big 1-0 win over Yeovil. 3-3 draw over at Lynn. 6-goal Bobby Dazzler. Stockport, though, shocker Rooney gets Boreham Wood to open up the promotion race, the automatic promotion race. Big win for Boreham Wood. Torquay United with a 1-1 draw against Maidenhead. And Wealdstone did lose to Dagenham and Redbridge. With, of course, Liverpool FC picking up a 1-0 win over Southend United. Of course, take a look at my picks there. I don't know, I did all right, of course. These are the results, of course, that we didn't predict. Of course, they were on Monday, and again, it was just too quick. I was going to do it on Monday morning, but I just knew that the early kickoffs in England, it just wouldn't work out. But anyway, these were the results. Stockport got back to winning ways with a big 1-0 win over Chesterfield. Of course, they are hanging in by a string of the teeth there in the playoffs into 7th, but Stockport remain top of the pops. Of course, game in hand, 3 points clear over Wrexham. That is, of course, massive at the grand scheme of things, because if number 2 Wrexham do beat Stockport, they will go above them, I believe, with their superior goal difference. In fact, scrap that. I think Stockport can still have the superior goal. It will depend on the goal scoring, the score line in the match. Anyway, kicking off for Southend with a 1-1 draw against Weymouth. Maidenhead with a 2-2 draw against Aldershot. Woking did lose to Kings Lynn. Eastleigh did lose to Halifax Town, who are breathing down the necks also. Meanwhile, of course, Notts County with a 1-0 win over Dover. Altrincham with a 1-1 draw against Barnet. Yeovil with a 0-0 draw against Wealdstone. Solihull Moors with a big 3-0 win over Bromley, up to 4th in the table for them. Dagenham and Redbridge 0. Torquay United 0. Boreham Wood 1. And Wrexham 1. Those were the games that we didn't get. Neither did you. But anyway, this is what the table looks like right here right now. As you can see, of course, Stockport got 3 points clear over Wrexham. A draw would suit them nicely because there would be only 1 game remaining. And of course, Stockport would have a game in hand. So, yeah, monstrous game on the foot this weekend. We might even do a watch along depending on what goes on elsewhere around the world. Of course, kicking off for this, Halifax Town are in 3rd, so almost 4th. 5th place is Notts County. Grimsby is 6th, and Chesterfield are in 7th. And right here, right now, they are, of course, comfortably in there with can Boreham Wood make up for lost ground? There is, 2-3 games for them. So that'll be 69, 72, 75. So yes, in theory, they could still squeak in there, but that's about it. Dover, of course, been down for a long, long time. Weymouth down probably as well. And Kingston in a bit of trouble down the foot. But of course, take a look at how you guys got on with, of course, the master video here. And of course, Eamon Hussein and Deep at the Great got 6 points, of course, kicking ass and taking names to win this past weekend. What about the mini leaderboard then? Well, this is the mini leaderboard, of course, since January. It's actually been Deep at the Great with 124 points on the board, kicking ass since January, but has he been kicking ass all season long? Of course, yes, we have rolled into the month of May, so let's take a look at, of course, the predictor of the month for May. If you want to get involved with the last couple of games, of course, Cutley4 Non-League, it is free, get in amongst it, of course, but this is, of course, we're going to take a look at the predictor of the month for the month of April. Now, of course, if you are a winner of the predictor of the month for any of the months, you're going to be in a chance to win a prize at the end of the season. That's right, you can win multiple months, and there can be multiple winners as well. Take a look at that, the rules, of course. course. But who was the predictor of the month for the month of April? Well, it was actually Deep Out the Great. Of course it was. He's actually been ripping it up this campaign. Look at that, multiple winners there for Deep Out the Great. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 months. But is he actually running away with it overall? Of course, well, here comes the Master Leaderboard, of course, from the get-go. Check if your name is in there. And, of course, top of the pops, it is Deep Out the Great with 213 points at the moment. It's still catchable, but realistically, it's between him and James FC are great, of course. Well, maybe you might include Russell Frost in that, but, of course, it is very, it looks like it's one-sided right now. He needs to have a couple of nightmares, but, of course, he could have a nightmare this time around. Of course, Cutley Force Non-League is the link if you want to get in amongst it, but here come their predictions for the next round of matches. So we're going to jump in the deep end. Hopefully we'll go. Hopefully we'll be flawless here. We'll kick it all off. Bromley up against Dover coming at you on the 7th of May. Now these two sides have played 26 times since 2009. 9 wins for Bromley, 10 wins for Dover, and 7 draws, of course. Bromley though coming to this just 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them. Up against, of course, a Dover side, of course, lost 5 in the bouts, 70% form. Of course, they are going down indeed. Meanwhile, of course, last time around over in Bromley, it was a 4-1 win for Bromley back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, was a 1-0 win for Bromley in Dover back in September 2021. They also played each other in the FA Trophy this campaign back in December. It was a 1-0 win for Bromley as well. So Bromley winning 3-4 on the spin against Dover and conceding just the 1 goal over the last 4 games as well. Meanwhile, Dover coming to this on the back of that 1-0 loss against Notts County. They haven't scored in 3 games in a row. Meanwhile, Bromley with a 3-0 loss against Solihull Moors. Got basic odds on this one. Basic odds go in favour of Bromley. They are red hot favourites. I'm going to give them a cheeky 1-0 win. Another clean sheet, of course, and another goalless affair for Dover. Athletic kicking on forward though. What do we have? We have Weymouth. They're going to be taking on Barnet, of course, coming at you as well. Coming at you on the 7th of May as well. Now these two sides have played 4 times 2019. 4 wins for Barnet, nothing for Weymouth, and no draws, of course. Weymouth though, without a win in the last 14 games, good to me out against the Barnet side. Just 1 win in 6 of them, 33% form. However, unbeaten in the last 3 games, of course. Kicking off forward though, last round out Weymouth was a 2-0 win for Barnet. That was back in May 2021, around about this time last season. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture, of course, a 3-1 win for Barnet back in September 2021. Barnet picking up a draw against Altrincham last time around. Of course, Weymouth with a draw against Southend United. Coming at you, the odds quite tight, airtight. Of course, going in favour of Barnet here. But for me, I'm going to go with a draw myself. 1-1 right down the middle. I cannot separate the two sides. Can you? Let me know down below, of course. We are Woking up against Eastleigh. That's coming at you as well on the 7th of May. Now, these two sides have played each other 22 times, 2009. 8 wins for Woking, 4 wins for Eastleigh, and 10 draws, of course. Woking, though, winning 3 of the last 6. 50% form for them. Up against the Eastleigh side, who haven't won in the last 6 games. Last time around, of course, over in Woking, it was a 0-0 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, the 3-2 win for Eastleigh. Back in September 2021. Kings Lynn pick up a 3-0 win over Woking last time around. Eastleigh with a 2-1 loss against Halifax down. The odds, though, go in favour of Woking. They, of course, are favoured for this one. I'm going to go with an away win here. Eastleigh to take the W on this one. Next up, of course, what do we have? We have, of course, Grimsby Town up against Maidenhead. That's right, Grimsby Town, of course, favoured to win this one, I imagine. Played each other 2 times 2014. 1 for Grimsby, nothing for Maidenhead, and 1 draw as well. Meanwhile, Grimsby coming to this, haven't lost in the last 7 games, picking up 4 wins in the last 6, 83% form up against the Maidenhead side, who, of course, haven't lost in the last 6 games either. 67% form, but however, drawing that 3 on the spin. Last time around, of course, over in Grimsby, as a 2-1 win for Grimsby. That's back in January 2014 in the FA Trophy. The reverse fixture, of course, in Maidenhead was a 1-1 draw back in September. Grimsby picking up a 2-2 draw against Barnet. Maidenhead with a 2-2 draw against Aldershot. That's right. Coming at you though, Grimsby are favoured to win this game by the bookies. Where are you going to go with? I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Grimsby. That is right. Kicking on forward, what do we have? We have, of course, Halifax Town up against Aldershot of Halifax as well. Same day, 7th of May. Of course, 24 times they played each other since 2003. 8 wins for Halifax, 9 wins for Aldershot, and 7 draws. Just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Halifax down, 75% form up against the Aldershot side with 1-2 lost to and drawn 2. That's 50% form for them heading into this match. Last time around, of course, over in Halifax, it was a 1-0 win for Halifax. That was back in March 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, over in Aldershot was a 1-0 win for Halifax as well. So back-to-back clean sheets. They've done they're coming into this 2 wins on the spin against Aldershot. However, Aldershot coming to this on the back of a 2-2 draw against Maidenhead. Halifax with a 2-1 win over Eastleigh, of course. The odds here, though, go in favour of the host, Halifax Town. They are competing still, mathematically, maybe for the automatic spots, but of course they want to secure their playoffs. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Halifax Town to take it to the house. Wrap it up. Not wrap it up. Of course, next up, of course, it's Notts County up against Altrincham coming at you over at Notts County. Now, these two sides have played each other 4 times since 2022. Wins for Notts County, 1 for Altrincham, and 1 draw. Of course, Notts County winning 4 of the last 5, 67% form against Altrincham side, who've just lost 1 to the last 6, 67% form heading into this match also. Last time around, of course, over in Notts County. In the league, it was a 3-1 win for Notts County. That's back in October 2020. It was a 3-1 win. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture, of course, a 1-0 win for Altrincham back in September 2021. They also finished in the FA Trophy round, the third round, of course, back in December. It was a 2-1 win for Notts County as well. The away side hasn't won this game over the last 4 occasions that these two sides have played. Meanwhile, Altrincham picking up a 1-1 draw against Barnet. Of course, Notts County with a 1-0 win over Dover. Of course, the hosts are favoured to win this game quite heavily. So back, of course, the host side. 1-0 win for me for Notts County to take it to the house. Keeping up, of course, up in the Joneses, of course, in the playoff mix. Next, of course, we have Solihull Moors up against Dagenham and Redbridge. A bit of a zinger this one. Of course, coming at you at Solihull on the 7th of May. Now, they've played each other 11 times since 2016. 3 for Solihull Moors, 5 for Dagenham, and 3 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat over past 6 for Solihull Moors. 75% form against the Dagenham side who haven't lost in the last 7 either. 83% form heading into this match as well. Last time out over at Solihull Moors, it was a 1-0 win for Dagenham back in March 2021. In fact, Dagenham have won 4 in the bounce against Solihull Moors, and the fact they want to make it a 5-peat this coming weekend as well. They did play each other the reverse fixture in Dagenham back in September, and that's when Dagenham were red hot. 5-1 win it was over Solihull Moors back in the day. Solihull picking up a 3-0 win over Bromley last time around. Dagenham with a 0-0 draw against Torquay. The odds go in favour of Solihull Moors, but only just. It's quite tight between the bookies on this one, but I'm going to go with the win for Solihull Moors as well. They try to make a big old push for the playoffs as well. Torquay United up against Chesterfield, of course, who are hanging on in there. Now, these two sides have played each other 16 times, 2004, 5 wins to Torquay, 6 for Chesterfield, and 5 draws, of course. Torquay, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them. Up against the Chesterfield side, just 1 win in the last 4, 33% form over the last 6. Pretty shitty form for the time being. Last time around, of course, over in Torquay, it was a 2-1 win for Torquay. That's back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-0 win. In fact, a 2-2 draw back in September 2021. Chesterfield unbeaten. Scrap that. Torquay unbeaten over the last 3 occasions over Chesterfield, picking up a couple of wins and a draw. Chesterfield picking up a 1-0 loss against Stockport. Torquay with a 0-0 draw against Dagenham. However, the away side are the favourites for here. They, of course, are backed strongly by the bookies. I'm going with a 1-1 draw. In the end, a point split rather than, which, of course, doesn't favour anybody at this stage of the season. Kicking off forward is Wealdstone up against Lynn. Let's get into this one. Of course, coming at you at Wealdstone this coming weekend. Played each other 3 times since 2023. Wins to Wealdstone, nothing for Lynn, and 0 draws, of course. Wealdstone, though, without a win, 3, 42% form up against the Kingston side. Just 1 win and 6, of course, 42% form heading into this match. Last time around over at Wealdstone was a 3-1 win for Wealdstone back in March 2021. In fact, Wealdstone have won 3 in the bounce against Lynn. If they come to this on the back of a 0-0 draw against Yeovil, Lynn with a 3-0 win over Woking. Lynn have actually scored 7 goals in the last 3 games combined. The bookies' odds on this one go in favour of Wealdstone. They are favoured to win this game to make it 4 wins on the bounce against Lynn. I'm backing, of course, a win for Wealdstone. Wealdstone to take it to the house. 1-0 win for them, and of course keep on moving the chains perhaps this time around. Next, of course, we have the game of the weekend. It is Wrexham up against Stockport County, coming at you on the 8th of May. Now, these two sides have played 23 times 2003. 10 wins for Wrexham, 11 wins for Stockport, and 2 draws. Of course, just 1 win. One defeat for Wrexham over the last 6. That's 67% form up against the Stockport County side of 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them heading into this. Last time around, of course, over at Wrexham in the league was a 3-0 win for Stockport back in April 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Stockport back in Matchday 8, of course, back in September 2021. However, they also played in the FA Trophy in the semi-final stage, and Wrexham picked up a 2-0 win over Stockport back in the day. Meanwhile, the last time that Wrexham did beat Stockport was no, they didn't. They haven't done it in a while. I'm trying to find the last time that Wrexham beat Stockport in the league. It was a 3-1 win way back in February 2013. Meanwhile, Stockport picking up a 1-0 over Chesterfield. Of course, Wrexham with a 1-1 draw against Boreham Bloody Wood. The odds go in favour is quite tight. It's actually even Stevens across the board with the bookies on the stage. They don't know which way to go. I don't know which way to go either. Going to go. In fact, we've gone with a 2-1 win for Wrexham. Surprise, surprise. Barnet FC moving in, of course, potentially to top spot, but of course, putting a bit of pressure on Stockport County for that one and only automatic spot. Who's going to take it at the end of the campaign? And then wrap it up. We're Yeovil up against Boreham Wood. Of course, the party poopers of late. Of course, knocking horns at the 7th of May. Now, they played each other 6 times in 2019. 2 wins for Yeovil, 3 for Boreham Wood, and 1 draw. Just 1 win, though. Last 6 for Yeovil right now. 42% form up against Boreham Wood, who just lost once to the last 4. 42% form heading into this match as well. Last time around, of course, over at Yeovil in the league, it was a 1-0 win for Yeovil back in April 2020. On the reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Boreham Wood back in September in Boreham Wood. Of course, Boreham Wood picked up a draw against Wrexham. Of course, Wealdstone did draw with Yeovil. However, the bookies go in favour of Boreham Wood now. Of course, they found a bit of form of late to hopefully make a push for the playoffs themselves. Of course, which will cap a fantastic season for them as well. Going to go with a 1-0 win. 1-0 win for Boreham Wood on the road, give them that 3 points and maybe move the chains closer to the top 7. But that is it. Be sure to get your own picks as well. non-league. Of course, we are wrapping up the season very, very soon. Of course, you can still be with me until the bitter end. But until then, guys, smash a thumbs up, smash a subscribe, check the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. It does wonders for the old algorithm by smashing the thumbs up. So please do just that. But until then, boys, I'll see you soon for the next.